Over to the Mirror now, Scott. Assisted dying has a somewhat unexpected advocate in the church.
Yeah, the ex-Archbishop Lord George Carey has written to MPs saying that the act of assisted dying is an act of great generosity, kindness, and human love. I mean, the church doesn't back his statements at all. They're saying that, you shouldn't kill people. But he's saying, look, I mean, these people have no choice. And actually, when they do die sometimes, they create such a horrible situation for themselves in that they're left alone, they don't have the money, or their suicide, their personal suicide at home, what they decide to do is so horrific and so brutal that it's much better and it's much less painful, and much better to have people around who are comforting you while you're dying.
I have an enormous amount of sympathy for the good kind. It is just unfortunately the case, isn't it, that the countries that have adopted it, it does seem to get out of control very quickly.
So quickly. I mean, in Canada, we talk about a slippery slope. I mean, I think the church is right to say, we shouldn't be having medically assisted dying because they've introduced it now. If you're homeless, if you're in poverty, if you have some sort of chronic illness, but a chronic illness can be defined as depression.
Migraines.
So and also young people. There's a mother who found her 23-year-old son, and she just discovered by accident he'd scheduled an appointment to die, to have medically assisted, and he just had depression and he had diabetes. He was somebody who was absolutely viable and, could have lived.
Just work through it,
There are a lot of people, though, and there's only so much asparagus. Seriously.
No, but it's funny you say it, but in Japan, which is another guy, and I don't know where they are on this particular issue, but one of their senior politicians recently openly and quite, honestly, genuinely, not laced in irony, said that the ancient, and venerable tradition of honourable suicide would have to become would be revived.
Are they going to do it with a samurai sword?
The disemboweling. Really? Well, in order to redress the ageing population imbalance. I mean, we're some way away from that yet, but that's a developed nation, not a
My father has a lot of money. A lot of money going to waste.
Are you going to turn up dressed as a Japanese man?
I'm going to fart on every pillow in his house, whatever it takes. Seriously.
I think just the old-fashioned Eskimo walk is the way, isn't it? You just go out for a long trek. You wait till there's a nice snowy day, a brisk day up on the hills.
We'll drop him off in a mall. 40 miles away.